Welcome to another episode of Game Boy Roulette, where we take a look at randomly chosen games from the Game Boy library. Wizards and Warriors X. Ooh, Wizards and Warriors, you spoil me. One of the most successful companies to come out of the days of the NES was Rare. They would go on to be best known for their classic games on the Super Nintendo and N64, but they had quite the library on the NES. One of their earliest games was an action game for the system called Wizards and Warriors. Although it wasn't exactly a classic, it had a legacy, as it was one of the earliest games released on the NES. So while the game wasn't a Banjo-Kazooie or a Blast Corps, it's kinda cool to see the early days of a company that would go on to make so many classics. Wizards and Warriors was a side-scrolling action platformer game featuring a knight on a great quest. As I said, it wasn't a classic, but it was well known enough to spawn a few sequels. Wizards and Warriors 2, aka Iron Sword, is best known for casting Fabio on the cover, and Wizards and Warriors 3 had, this guy. And of course, what comes after 3? That's right, 10. Yeah, Wizards and Warriors X for the Game Boy, the only handheld version of the game, was the 4th game in the series. I guess they were going by Mega Man X naming convention. They also make sure to hit every single fantasy trope they can on the box art. We have a chiseled hunk, we have a skeleton army, and we have a dragon lizard waiting in the wings. All that's missing is some kind of wizard, although I guess the title counts. Alright, it's game 10 in the series of 4 games. We're going on an adventure with Wizards and Warriors X. The Fortress of Fear. Wait, that's the tagline. Where's the, title of the game? There it is. Wizards and Warriors, Chapter X. Again, there's no Chapter 5 through 9. Whatever. Good music, good graphics. Max, Joe, Ace, Kim, and Ton. No, that's John. Alright, let's do this. Ooh. Cartoony. It certainly looks like Wizards and Warriors. I can jump. I can dance. He's a crab. I am very easily amused by this. Stab. Oh, there's actually a bunch of different types of stabs. Nice. Let's go. Okay, how do I open this? Is this working? This is not working. Whatever. Oh. I bet I need the key. Thou hast discovered some magical gems. I love it when a game tells me I hast done something. Oh boy, oh boy. Ow. What? Is there fall damage? Hang on. Well, that's definitely going to be fall damage. Oh, it starts you right where you died. That's a novelty. Oh dear, mistakes. Just barely. Whoa, God. It actually controls pretty well. Jump is not delayed at all, which is nice. Usually with games like this, the jump is really delayed. And it looks nice, too. Oh, we made it into the castle. Did I take damage there? Level 1.0. The evil Malkil awaits to vent his... Oh. I didn't read quick enough. Whoa, God. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Wait. Sorry, your quest hath ended here. Don't make me start all over. Oh, I have to start all over. At least now I know what to do. Run to the right. It's not particularly amazing, but that also kind of describes the original. Can I die here? Oh. Oh, that's neat. I can just stand here. That's the thing. Wizards and Warriors was a well-known game, but it wasn't exactly fantastic. It was just a pretty, average action platformer. And so far, that's exactly what this is. So it's a faithful port in that regard. Awaits to vent his wrath upon thee. Oh, I love the writing. Ow. Cannonball to the face. Slight damage. Some of these jumps are a bit on the absurd side, though. Like, it gives you just barely enough room to make the jump. And even then, probably not. Can I go left? Maybe there's more interesting things to the left. There are! I found a thing. Oh, I can't actually walk to the left here. Oh, I jumped too early. Man, these jumps are actually a little ridiculous. If I don't make it through this time, I'm gonna have to look up a walkthrough. Just barely made it. What? No! Okay, hang on. I have to look this up. There must be something I'm doing wrong. Well, I just discovered something interesting. So I actually am doing it right, I just need to time the jump better. But in the walkthrough, there's a bunch of comments, and every single one of them says I could never get far into this game. Of course, people joking, saying it's the Dark Souls of Game Boy. Which, I mean, aesthetically might actually be accurate, but... So it's not just me. It actually is asking you to make some pretty ridiculous jumps. Okay, so here is what you do. Here. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, so you can reach that. Alright, so it's not bad, it's just very difficult. Oh god, the cannon. Oh dear. Oh shoot, I don't have a key. Oh, there's one. I want to go for the top one because it's going to be slightly harder to get to. Which means, by logic of video games, it has better... Again, it's the simple things. The walkthrough I saw of the game, you can beat it in less than 30 minutes. The Shield of Protection. Ooh, what does the Shield of Protection do? The Shield of Protection halves the damage you take for a while. What? It's not permanent? Apparently there's only 5 levels in the game. Like, this is all the stuff we've been seeing has been part of one level. So the idea is it's like 5 levels, but they're all kind of maze-like and takes a while to get through. Which I dig. But again, only half an hour, so it's less a lengthy game and more just a time-consuming one because it's so difficult. And again, it's nice to look at and fun to play. Even if the music is a bit grating. Alright, this way. Ta-ta! Wow. We are just blowing through these levels. Is this a boss? I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. Ow. Oh no. Oh, don't let me have come this far and lose to a bat. Uh-oh. Good night. Oh. Rest in peace, Guy the Knight. Killed by a very large bat. I can't believe I'm saying this, but that really was the Dark Souls of Game Boy. To be honest, going into this game, I was kind of expecting it to not be great. After all, it's a port, and not only that, but a port of a game that wasn't super great to begin with. But the Game Boy managed to handle the world of Wizards and Warriors really well. Good sound, good graphics, and a basic style of gameplay that made it easy to learn. And I kind of like the idea that the game is short, but each level has several rooms in it. It's a style you didn't see too much of on the Game Boy. Almost reminded me of Castlevania in a way. But the thing to talk about is the difficulty. For a system that really wasn't well known for super hard games, this one pushed the difficulty very far. Between a really difficult boss, enemies flying at you from off screen, and some jumps that required absolute perfect precision to pull off, Wizards and Warriors X was a game you're gonna have to work at to beat. Which is why I think the length of the game works. It ends up playing like an arcade game designed for you to pump quarters into just to get that sweet taste of victory. It isn't an amazing game, but honestly, I think it's still worth going out of your way to try out. Any game that reaches that level of difficulty on the Game Boy is definitely worth a look, just to see if you can beat it. And going by the numbering conventions of these games, I can't wait for the sequel, Wizards and Warriors Battle Network. And that's all for another episode of Game Boy Roulette. Make sure to subscribe so you can follow the series as we continue to dig through the Game Boy vault. I'm BrianJ, and I'll see you next time.